We're the leaders in interactive video advertising for the last 3 years. Working more and more with our clients, the agencies, we realized that it's actually very difficult to them even just to serve plain pre-roll. So we basically expanded our offering about a year ago to serve all types of video. So it's not just iRoll, the interactive stuff, but it can be pre-roll. So it's any format, any publisher, any device. So on the TV point, the any device means obviously PC, then smartphones and tablets. And now we're at this conference also to talk about TV. So we're now also serving ads into connected TV like Samsung, LG, and some other connected devices, game consoles, but that's not released yet.
So, not to get too deep in the weeds here, but ad serving is around. There's some giant players who are well entrenched. How are you guys making this move, and how does your technology sort of allow you to move into this new area?
No, it's a great point. One of our that are also our investors and board always ask, and we have a very good answer that's actually working in the field right now. So basically, video is different. Everybody's looking at display. Display was evolution of print. You will not compare print, the newspapers, and TV business that both exist for a long time. So same from all the giant ad serving companies are entrenched into display business. Display and they never they didn't catch up in the last 3 years, right? The whole iRoll interactivity stuff, the optimization, dynamic video, they all missed on that, right? So basically, our solution was built for the last 4 years, ground up, just specifically for video. And again, when you mention TV, if you fast forward 2-3 years from now, you don't expect brands like Toyota and Disney to use a display ad server to display their multi-billion-dollar TV budgets, right? Just doesn't make sense. It's the same thing for us. Those brands actually use our ad serving solution today specifically for video, and for display they're using their ad servers because it's a different format, it's a different medium, and everybody understands it's going to grow to TV. So they're investing in somebody who's actually expert in that space. And also you can see that it's a different company. One of our partners, Freewheel, on the publisher side, there's DFP and there's Freewheel. Freewheel is just doing video, and they're really growing nicely. So that's that's just to show it's just a different medium, video.
Fantastic. And tell us a little about the interactive advertising, and also is the interactive advertising that you guys do, explain kind of where that is and how widely it's being used, and the platforms. I know initially it was for the web. So tell us a little bit about the evolution of interactive ads.
So what we're seeing is that interactive is becoming the new normal. At this point, 2 years ago when they introduced the forced interactive formats at scale, it was very new to people. It was like innovative. Today it's standard. Everybody knows when they say interactive pre-roll or iRoll, everybody knows what it's about. It's a good point to ask in terms of the adoption. We're definitely seeing massive great brands are adopting the format. And then you can see some that are still experimenting, because some of them it's more about defining their goals. And when you go to an agency and you talk about their video strategy, they go like, yeah, we didn't reach and scale. They move budgets from TV and they want to get to the audience that's watching those episodes of content on mobile and PCs and tablets. And then we come in and say, we can actually enhance your campaign and make it interactive. Let's talk about your strategy. Is it social? You want to drive purchases? You want to drive people to the store? You want to schedule a test drive to your car? And that kind of slows down the adoption. But now we're seeing, in the last year, we grew 400% in terms of campaign. We're talking thousands of interactive pre-roll campaign that we're running either through publishers or directly with agencies. So we've been seeing, 100% of growth in the US. And mentioning expanding, we expanded to Europe now. We opened an office in the UK. In the UK, we're seeing 100% growth every month, 80 to 100% growth a month since June to December. So it's really spikes like this. So we really feel that the market now is really ready to embrace interactivity, and our goal is that interactivity will be part of any campaign. Right? You wouldn't run a display campaign without the ability to click on it. It just doesn't make sense. So we expect the same thing to be for video in the next 12 months.
Fantastic. And what about interactivity in television commercials, or where might that, in other words, for TV, for TV?
Right, it's coming, and we're going to be the ones bringing it to you, to your living room. So basically, the steps are going to be, we're now integrating with all the gaming consoles. So we're looking at the first step will be environments that are already interactive but are connected to your large screen TV. So it'll be the gaming console and smart TVs when you're within the interactive environment. Like you're holding your remote or your gaming controller, and you're holding in a concept that you're consuming content, but you understand that you have control, right? So these are the first devices we're going to introduce the interactivity into it. We're definitely looking forward to do more experiments. We understand it's a different experience when you're sitting with your iPad or your PC, whether you're on your 60-inch TV with your Xbox. But you can definitely see that there's interesting developments in that space, and we are huge believers that this is going to be the next step. Having said that, the reason we introduced the platform a year ago is to make sure that we support our clients, even if we're not ready to make that leap into interactivity on TV, we can still stream their ads into any device and collect that data for them. So the goal is to own the relationship with the client today in order to support them as they move, whether they move fast or slow, we're going to be with them.